Good Thursday evening, South Carolina weather watchers. Hopefully, everyone has had a fantastic Thursday so far. I am your meteorologist, Joseph Peterson, and let's go and talk about the weather for your Thursday evening going into your future. Looking at the radar right now, nothing going on for the entire state of South Carolina, but we do have some rain going on down here in southern Georgia as well as eastern Tennessee, Alabama. Getting some shower and thunderstorm activity. Kentucky getting some shower and storm activity as well as nothing really going on inside of the Northeast. Also, if you move, not mean to zoom in that close, but moving on over here towards the Northwest and the Rockies, you do have some rain, some snow going on all throughout the West, and this will continue. This is what's going to bring our energy, or this is the storm system right here that's going to bring all this severe weather down to us inside the Southeast and the South Central UX as well. So, this is the energy that we're just watching for. It's over here in the West, though, causing some problems over there with some snow, some rain, some thunderstorms as well. But that's gonna push over here soon. But we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens there. But now let's go on and talk about our cloud cover, which right now cloud cover is not really looking the best, especially with an eclipse going on in around 5 hours. But overall, there's a couple of cloud patches. Overall, everyone is clear, except for around 30 to 40% of the state that's covered with clouds right now. Everyone else seems to be clear. Here is your cloud cover for the future. This is the most updated off the press cloud cover right here. And as you go on and push this forward, you can see as we go on and push this into tonight, this is around 5 hours from now. So, or sorry, this is 4 hours from now. So this is when the eclipse is not quite there, but kind of there. And then this right here is kind of when the eclipse starts going into this area. So overall, cloud cover still does seem pretty heavy, especially near the coastal regions. But in terms of, just in terms of like the inland PD region as well, and that could potentially be cloud cover could potentially be a problem up there as well, especially if you are planning to look at the eclipse thing tonight, or the lunar eclipse tonight, and pretty much I would say that you just better start hoping that it does not stay cloudy if you are going to, and even if you're not, give the people that are going out to see it some good luck. But as you go even into tomorrow morning as well, look at that, just nice. Wish it would be like this throughout tonight, but this is tomorrow morning, and then going into Friday, the day itself, it actually seems to be just mostly cloudy actually throughout Friday as well. But now going on to talk about our current temperatures. Current temperatures right now, 66 in Columbia as well as 64 in Orangeburg. We also do have 59 in Charleston, 61 Greenville, 64 in Rock Hill, as well as 64 in Newberry, 64 in Greenwood, as well as 55, that is 59 in Walhalla, as well as 61 in Loris and 61 in Beaufort. The low temperatures tonight, 50 in Greenville, 48 in Spartanburg and Anderson, as well as 48 in Rock Hill, 49 in Greenwood and Newberry, 50 in Columbia and Camden, as well as Sumter, 51 in Orangeburg, 50 in Barnwell, 51 in Aiken, 49 in Walterboro, as well as Moncks Corner, 56 in Charleston, 53 in Hilton Head Island, as well as 50 in Georgetown, 52 in Myrtle Beach, 49 in Kingstree. In terms of your forecast precipitation for the next 24 or so hours, there is actually a 100th of an inch to a 10th of an inch possible that goes all the way from 8 o'clock all the way to 8 o'clock p.m. tomorrow. I think that's mainly tonight. I think that's really around 8 o'clock is when that was last updated, obviously, or actually this was around 5 o'clock, and most of the rainfall that it shows is actually up and out. So right now it's just seeming like that this is just kind of talking about like an hour ago, but in terms of actual rain from now until 8 o'clock p.m. tomorrow, I don't really think that there's much in terms of any sort of rainfall from now to 8 o'clock p.m. tomorrow, even though, according to some models, there could be some isolated shower activity, but we'll check that out in just a second. First, so let's talk about the SPC outlook tonight. There is a thunderstorm risk. I'm pretty sure that, again, this is probably gone by now because there's not really any chance of any sort of rain throughout the entire state. So honestly, I think that that thunderstorm risk will disappear in the next update. And then tomorrow, nothing for tomorrow. It's going to be non-thunderstormy day tomorrow. Saturday, though, this is not, well, honestly, you might call this the main day, actually, because there is an enhanced risk now. I will say, though, that Saturday for portions of South Carolina, especially up there towards Oconee County, it could potentially be a bit worse than it would be on Sunday, which was our main day. Main day was Sunday for the rest of South Carolina. Now, again, that's 4 days out. This is 3 days out, so they have a bit more confidence in this day than they do in obviously day 4 for the rest of the state. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if they upgrade anything. Right now, I don't see them upgrading anything to an enhanced risk unless something changes and they change their mind. But right now, the enhanced risk is there. I think it's probably just going to be obviously that damaging wind threat and maybe even a tornado threat. It's potential. It's possible. We'll talk more about the hazards though tomorrow night as well, and even Saturday, as well as this severe weather threat will break. But I will say as well that I will also hope maybe be live if time permits, and if it gets bad enough, I will go live for this. What time exactly, I have no idea, but just whenever, if stuff gets bad, we have tornado warnings, all over the place, getting winds 70, 80 miles per hour. I will be here making sure that everyone is informed about the weather that's going on. Won't really be focusing much, obviously, low country, PD region, Midlands. It'd be mainly the upstate of South Carolina that would get it. But then going into day 4 as well, that goes in for Sunday. Sunday as well. This could, again, potentially be another day. Just, again, if time permits and it gets bad, I will be here. That goes for, Midlands, Low Country, PD region, South Carolina. That day will be Sunday. But other than that, that's all I have pretty much in terms of severe weather. Not really else much to talk about. We'll talk about the hazards in general, and what the percentages are looking like for day 3 for Saturday as we go into tomorrow. And then we'll talk about Sunday going into Saturday evening. But that's pretty much it in terms of severe weather. Let's go on and talk about our short-term future. Then we'll do our long-term future. So just talking about the next 40 hours or so, starting off, going all the way through tonight, looking nice. Even going into the afternoon hours as well, looking nice. But as you get into around 8, 9 o'clock p.m., that isolated drizzle activity near the Columbia region could pursue. But overall, it's not really much. And then you can kind of see right here, this is the 15th right here. This is not tomorrow, but Saturday, where most of the severe weather will be going on. And you can see just the severe weather going on in Mississippi. That's concerning. I kind of already mentioned it, but if you know anybody inside the Mississippi, Alabama region, let them know, especially that some dangerous severe weather is coming, even in Georgia as well. They expanded over towards Atlanta as well. But we'll talk about that when we get to the entire United States. Let's focus on the long-term future now for South Carolina. So moving on over here now. Time will be inside the top right corner of your screen. That'd be good to follow as we go on through here. But as you go on and push this forward some more, there is not really much. Some rain, obviously that rain and that severe weather activity going on, but that's going to pass by pretty quickly and actually has kind of like result in some tropical low pressure and start spinning almost like a hurricane, but obviously not. Then we have some more rain activity going on throughout the state. That goes from around the 20th-ish. And then other than that, there goes some more rain activity March the 24th. And everything else is a bit too far out. This is way too far out to talk about, almost 400 hours at that point. So we're going to wait and see what happens there. But now let's go on now and talk about the main part. The main part, which is the lunar eclipse thing tonight. Let me go in and check the poll real quick and see. I asked, are you planning on viewing the eclipse tonight? 33% said yes, while 67% said no, which is honestly surprising. I thought that more people would be honestly interested, but I guess not. The next time we will get a total lunar eclipse will be next year, and who knows what's going to happen next year. So, kind of just my thing would just be to, go on and view it, because you don't know. if you ever see one, or or if something happens unexpectedly. So I just, my perspective would just be to go on and just view it, get potentially for some people a one in a lifetime event. But we'll go on and move and talk about the time though. It begins at 12 a.m. Begins at 12 a.m. And then the maximum is actually from around 2:58 to 3 o'clock in the morning ish. You're not looking at it right now, and or I don't have it pulled up right now, but starts at 12, goes all the way. The maximum will be at around 2:45, 3 o'clock in the morning, and then it will end at 6 a.m. So it goes all the way from 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. And then the actual moon actually does turn red by 2:30 ish, and it will go all the way till 3:30. So you have a full hour there to see it. And again, maximum if you want to see it bright red, 3 o'clock in the morning. That's the best time to do so. But that's pretty much all that's happening there. If you do have any questions about that, let me know though. And cloud cover, I think for the upstate and the Midlands should be good. The only concern that I have is the coastal regions and some inland regions as well in terms of cloud cover. We talked about that at the beginning though. So I would just, again, remain hopeful, remain positive about it if you do want to see it. And if you don't want to see it, for the people who do want to see it, send them some good luck. But now let's go on and talk with the audience. If you want to be a part of the audience, you can by joining us at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Let's see what the audience has to say for tonight. So let me go on and push this on over here. Mr. Anthony does say, I actually can't even see it anymore. Hold on one second. Let me zoom out real quick. You said good afternoon, good evening. Everyone, good evening to you as well. And I think I ended the poll by accident. Well, we got the final results either way. My cousin Cheryl says, good evening, weatherman, and hello to everyone. I hope all is well. I hope you all had a marvelous day on purpose. I'm listening. I'm at work, so keep up the good work. Love y'all, Cheryl. Thank you so much for the comment as well. Hopefully everyone has had a fantastic day as well, like she said. Ms. Tolliver says, good evening. Still lots of pollen. Pretty nice day. Anyhow, I did rinse off my car today. Actually, because it was just getting to the point to where it was just getting a bit too much, and it looked really bad. So I had to go on and rinse it off because it was not looking good at all. My Nana says hello, Jay. Hello to you. Ms. Tolliver said, I heard that there is some possible volcanic activity in Alaska. If that happens, I wonder if it would eventually affect our weather over the week. I'm not a professional in that, so I'm not the right person to ask for that. But if it somehow does affect our weather, guess who will be here still reporting it? Me. So make sure that if you have not done so, hit the like button, subscribe button as well, so you can be in touch and know up-to-date stuff with your weather as well. But I'm not a professional in terms of volcanic activity, though. Miss Oliver says the eclipse called the blood moon. It is, because it's going to be dark blood red. And then my mom says, I guess someone's alarm will be waking up the house. You are exactly right. You will be waking up as well with me, and you will hopefully go outside with me to go look at it as well. But let's go on now and talk about the San Antonio and Raleigh regions as well. So here's San Antonio right here. Low temperature tonight, 62. High temperature tomorrow, 89. Low temperature tomorrow night at 60. And then no precipitation is expected as you go into Raleigh, though. Low temperatures tonight at 47. High temperatures tomorrow, 71. And then low temperatures tomorrow night at 53. No precipitation is expected at all for the next 24 to 48 hours or so. Severe weather. Raleigh is under that slight risk of excessive rainfall. Or not slight risk, but of severe weather. Slight risk of severe weather as you go into Sunday. Marginal risk of excessive rainfall goes as well into Sunday as well. So watch for some minor flooding as well as you go into Sunday. And then also that slight risk of severe weather damaging winds will probably be the biggest threat. And I think that's about going to wrap that up. I don't see anything else really inside the chat. So let's talk about what's going on throughout the entire United States now. So let me go on and check that out. It says an intense and fast-moving line of storms are expected across the Mississippi Valley into the Ohio and Tennessee valleys Friday afternoon into early Sunday. Significant wind gusts, strong tornadoes, and hail are expected. This severe weather outbreak, and you have to watch the wording for when it comes to the National Weather Service. They said the severe weather outbreak will then shift into the deep south on Saturday. Extremely critical fire weather conditions are forecast over the southern plains, and a winter storm is currently going on in the west, with some high winds as well. High winds going through Texas, pretty much all of central Texas as well, and that's what's causing some of those red flag warnings and fire concerns as well. And so even Louisiana as well down there also has some wind advisories up. And I'm going to show the SPC outlook for the entire U.S. so you can see real quick. Just in case if you know anybody inside the regions that you want to alert about it. I'm going to refresh it because it's acting up a bit right now. So this right here is the entire U.S. right here. You can see it on your screen. You should be able to. You can see that there is nothing really tonight. And then as you go into tomorrow, though, this is where things start to get a bit interesting because there is a moderate risk of severe weather that goes all the way from Illinois, Missouri, Kentucky, as well as, Tennessee and Iowa as well. That does come with a 45% hatch risk of damaging winds, meaning that there's a 45% chance of seeing 60 to 70 mile per hour winds or higher. 45% chance. I know it seems, still under that 50-50 shot, but comparing to, the 5 to 14, and that's just being isolated. Overall, widespread damaging wind gusts there, and then the tornado threat is not inexistent as well. That goes all the way from Mississippi, Alabama, all the way up into Illinois and Iowa as well. 10 to 14% chance of tornadoes there as well, and then hatch area is inside the 10. You see the hatch area, that means a 10% chance of seeing tornadoes EF2 or higher, and then hail is also there, but that's not the biggest threat. Then as you go into Saturday, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, all inside of that moderate risk of severe weather. You can see it right here as well. And everyone has been stressing it. If you know anybody inside of the Alabama region, inside of the Mississippi region, inside of the Louisiana region, let them know it could potentially be life-threatening. And you have to let them know that they have to be paying attention to the weather on Saturday. This is not something that you want to joke around about. Not something that you should be, I've been through stuff and severe weather inside my life. I think I can take care. I think I can handle this. In some cases, no, that's just not possible. So make sure that you let them know, rather it be your mom or your dad or your sister, brother, son, cousin, nephew, anybody, let them know that this is something that they cannot mess around with on Saturday, especially inside of, again, Alabama, Mississippi, and Louisiana. But that's going to wrap this up. Let me check the chat one more time. I don't see anything else, so we're going to go on and wrap this up. If you have not already, make sure you go and hit the like button, subscribe button, and the share button as well. And also make sure that if you do view the lunar eclipse tonight, make sure that you get pictures, send them to me at scweather360@gmail.com. I will show them. I will hopefully get my own pictures. I will show them probably tomorrow night as well. And hopefully everyone enjoyed the forecast tonight. Be safe. Remember to remind your family, friends over there in Dixie Alley as well, even inside of Georgia as well. I did forget to mention Georgia as well.
Hey!